Congratulations on being hired for your first on-campus position. Since you've never worked as a student employee on campus at F&M, you will need to request new hire employment paperwork from the Student Employment Office. Drop in the Student Employment Office, located in Harwood Commons, lower level, to scan a QR code to request your new employment paperwork. Your new supervisor might also send you the link directly after you have been officially hired. Completing the new hire employment paperwork is a two-phase process. For Phase 1, you will need to complete the digital paperwork package sent to you via email. To complete this digital paperwork, you will be asked to fill out all the required identification fields of the F&M New Employee Paperwork Adobe document. Inside this Adobe document, you will also be required to upload your personal forms of identification. In the I-9 form, if you are an international student that does not have a U.S. Social Security number, you must enter 9 ones in the Social Security number fields. Once you have completed this paperwork and have met with the Student Employment Office staff to verify your forms of ID, you will make an appointment with the International Student Services staff in order to apply for your Social Security number. For the address, use your country and city of origin. In the middle of the I-9 form, select option 4, an alien authorized to work until. The date can be found in your I-20 form and is typically May 20th, the year you graduate. You will also need to enter your foreign passport number and country of issuance. At the beginning of the Adobe document is information that students can reference to better understand the process of completing the required tax forms like the W-4. Like you did for the I-9 form, enter 9 ones in the Social Security number fields. To complete the address fields, use your home or permanent address in your country of origin. In the city or town, state, and zip code fields, please enter your home city or town name, your home country name, and any postal code that is a part of your mailing address. If a region or area is part of your home address, please enter it where appropriate. In the W-4, please check the appropriate checkbox in C of Step 1 of this form. Most students check single or married filing separately. For the rest of the tax fields, you only need to fill in other blanks if they are required or if you feel they apply to you. Required fields that must be filled are marked with an asterisk. If a field asks you to provide a municipality or school district, you may enter the word none if you do not have one to provide. You must sign the F&M Confidentiality Agreement form. Students may be exposed to confidential information during their campus employment. By signing this form, students agree to maintain confidentiality. Additionally, you must sign the Workers' Compensation Agreement. Should you be injured while working, F&M will provide coverage for medical expenses. Please check that you are completing the form at time of hire. When uploading your personal forms of identification into the Adobe document for Phase 1, you will need to have the original, unexpired personal identification documents physically with you on campus. It's very important to note that screenshots, images, and copies of these required documents will not be accepted in Phase 2 of this process under any circumstances. To understand what is an acceptable identification document to upload in this field, visit this website and thoroughly review the information of the I-9 Acceptable Documents page. This page breaks down types of identification documents into 2 tiers. The first tier is List A documents, and the second tier is List B and C documents. The documents on List A show both identity and employment authorization. Students uploading an acceptable List A document should not be asked to provide any other document. Some List A documents are, in fact, a combination of 2 or more documents. In these cases, the documents presented together count as one List A document. The documents on List B establish only identity, while the documents in List C establish employment authorization. Students who choose to upload a List B document must also provide a document from List C for employment authorization. Conversely, students who choose to upload a List C document must also provide a document from List B for evidence of identity. In summary, if you present a document from List A, you do not need to provide an additional document. However, if you present a document from the lists B or C, you must provide a document from both of these lists. Next, in the Direct Deposit Authorization field of the Adobe document, you will be asked to provide a copy of a voided check. As an international student, you might not have a bank account yet and have plans to open your account after arriving on campus. If this is the case, you can upload a Word document stating, "I will be opening a bank account after arriving on campus," and upload this in place of the voided check. You will receive paper paychecks until you can complete the direct deposit form with your bank information. If you do not have a voided check, you can upload a screenshot of your banking app or website that shows your account number and routing number. It's important that you have both numbers listed. This will make sure that your paycheck is deposited correctly. Please contact the Student Employment Office if you need help with this section. Throughout the process of completing the new employee paperwork Adobe document, you can use the missing item counter to track your progress. When you complete every required field of the Adobe document, a Sign Here button will appear indicating that there are no missing items. The Adobe form may reset itself if you do not complete it in one sitting, so we advise students to allot enough time to complete the form in one sitting. Once you've completed the new employee paperwork Adobe document, you are done with Phase 1 of the new hire employment paperwork process. Phase 2 of the process is to schedule an in-person identification verification meeting in the Student Employment Office. A link to schedule a meeting was previously emailed to you. Students are required to physically bring the original unexpired identification documents to the meeting. Copies, screenshots, images, and video call meetings will not be accepted as presentation of original documents under any circumstances. The meeting will be canceled if the physical original documents are not presented. In your meeting, a student employment staff member will review your documents with you. After the staff member has reviewed your documents in the meeting, you have completed Phase 2 of the new hire employment process. You are not able to begin working until both Phase 1 and 2 of this process are complete. The Student Employment Office will contact your supervisor when you have completed both phases of your new employment paperwork process and you are able to start working.